Los Angeles Schools Chief Ramon Cortinez wants to cut the school year by 6 days and save the city $90 million. Cortinez says the shorter year will help the city avoid major layoffs. He said that he understands it will be making teaching more difficult. If the money was available, he says he'd propose to increase the school year. The district is currently short $640 million for the next year. The legislature's budget bill has already okayed cutting the academic year by 5 days. District officials say they will work on ways to help parents and teachers make sure kids get extra education at home during the days off.
Budget problems are hitting Lake Forest, and the city's libraries are feeling the pinch. Valley View's Alan Carter is in the newsroom and tells us money from an unexpected source is helping keep one of the libraries open.
Well, officials at the El Toro Library say it's one of the biggest donations they've ever received. If that wasn't surprising enough, the funds came from a marijuana dispensary that's in trouble with the very city that they donated to. When the city of Lake Forest announced that cutbacks would mean less money for libraries, they turned to donations to help bring in some extra cash. But for the El Toro branch, a sizable donation came from a most unusual source. The 215 Agenda, a marijuana dispensary known for selling pot, but they decided to help out their local library with a different type of green, $1,500.
We decided, okay, well, every patient that comes in, if they donate a dollar to the library, then, it could really help out the library.
Marilyn Dalen works at the Friends of the El Toro Library and collected the check. She says she didn't know the money was coming from a marijuana clinic until after the money was donated.
I'm used to seeing like 100 here and there come through. I don't remember in my time here that anything has been quite that large.
And
that's why I was wowed. That's a lot of money.
But some wonder whether the money was donated with the purest of intentions. The clinic is being targeted by the city for closure, and last November, the dispensary was raided by the Orange County Sheriff's Department. And even though the clinic is going through political struggles with the city, workers say they aren't just blowing smoke and plan to make more donations.
Anything that we can do to help, we're going to do it because we want to be a part of this community.
But Dalen says in a time when people take libraries for granted and aren't too quick to donate, when a $1,500 check came through the door, it was a big help.
So it wasn't coming from one person, which I thought was really a neat thing that so many people were involved in making that check that big.
Like many places in California, the city of Lake Forest is going through financial troubles. Some library branches have even been forced to close. The people here at the El Toro branch say that the money will be used to help staff the library and for minor renovations. In Lake Forest, I'm Alan Carter for Valley View News.
The West Hollywood City Council approved a law to ban the retail sale of cats and dogs. The goal is to take a stand against inhumane conditions suffered by animals bred in puppy and kitten mills. Valley View News' Shiva Gasamzadeh reports from West Hills.
Owner of Pets R Us 2000, Hector Rodas, a shop which sells reptiles, rabbits, pet food and supplies, supports the West Hollywood law to ban retail sale of cats and dogs. Rodas recommends people looking to be pet owners rescue animals from shelters.
There's no reason to have large breeding facilities with cages stacked on top of each other, and they're born to breed, and that's the only life they know. No running around, no playing, just breeding and giving puppies, and they don't ever leave their cages. They poop on top of each other. It's a terrible thing. Shouldn't exist.
Registered nurse Patinoz Mantajob says she tried adopting her first pet but didn't find the Shih Tzu she wanted.
Initially, I wanted to get a shelter dog. I looked into adoptions a lot. Unfortunately, because I'm the first-time pet owner, I really had some criteria that I couldn't find in different shelters, and I ended up buying her.
The Humane Society reports 4 million dogs and cats, about one every 8 seconds, is put down in U.S. shelters each year. Many people give up their pets and too few adopt. Spaying or neutering a pet is also a proven way to help reduce overpopulation. Rhoda says the pet shops affected will make less money since they're losing big sales.
Pet stores out there specifically for selling dogs. When you go to a mall, you got a dog, you're going to buy a $3,000 English bulldog. Those are the people that are going to be affected.
College student Sydney Hitchcock says her family paid $500 to a private breeder to ensure they took home a healthy pet cat.
We found like an ad in the newspaper, and we didn't want to go get one like in a mall because a lot of cats get sick and they have diseases and they can't be like fixed and they can't be cured.
To learn more about saving and adopting a pet, you can visit a local shelter or log on to www.adoptapet.com. From West Hills, Shiva Qasimzadeh for Valley View News. Toyota is recalling one of its pickup trucks because of problems with the drive shaft. 8,000 of the 2010 model Tacoma four-wheel drive pickups were recalled in the United States. The drive shafts may have a damaged part that formed cracks during the manufacturing process. So far, the company has recalled millions of other Toyota makes and models worldwide. The recall comes at the same time that it suspended production of 2 hybrid vehicles. President Barack Obama says that the car maker is under federal investigation over the recalls, but said that he expects Toyota to solve the problem soon.
California drivers might have to face some hefty penalties for speeding. Valley View News reporter Christine Hutt has the full story.
Governor Arnold Schwarzenegger is proposing to mount speed radars on traffic cameras to catch and fine speeders. The Automobile Club of Southern California, as well as some Republican and Democratic state senators, are against the governor's new plan. The main concern was that cameras might increase rear-end collisions. However, California residents seem to have a mixed view on the governor's proposal.
Is safer because it causes people to be aware of the traffic and the lights, and so people will drive more safely.
While some motorists feel that the cameras are a scheme to raise revenue for money-hungry California.
It's a moneymaker. They're swallowing in debt, and they're trying to generate as much revenue as possible.
Drivers whizzing by the radar at speeds up to 15 miles per hour over the limit would pay $225 per violation. Those going faster will pay $325. If the proposal is approved, California would rake in an estimated $338 million a year from automated speed enforcement revenue.
The argument is that traffic cameras will make us safer, although many critics feel that this new proposal is only a way for Big Brother to keep a closer watch on us. In Los Angeles, I'm Christine Hutt for Valley View News.
Several gay couples were turned away from the Fresno County Clerk's office after trying to get married on Valentine's Day. The office cited California's Proposition 8, which bans same-sex marriage. The constitutionality of Prop 8 is currently being challenged in U.S. District Court. It's uncertain when the court will hear closing arguments. 52% of voters decided the legislation in 2008.
Coming up, how is Team USA stacking up against other nations? We've got Winter Olympic highlights after the break.